esoteric perspective. I hope everyone is having a nice and productive day. Now, I felt that I had not posted in a while in this channel, and I needed to get this message across because I've been going through some personal things, and it comes to a point whereby I feel disconnected from my fellow viewers, and I need to let you guys in on something very important. And this is the importance of your prefrontal cortex. Now, this is the part of the brain that's, if you think about right here, and this part of the brain is primarily responsible for executive functions, like, for example, your attention, your planning, your working memory, emotional regulation. And it's important to have proper jurisdiction and of your vessel. And this primarily part of the brain is fundamental in the way you govern yourself, self-jurisdiction. So, and when you look at the behavior mechanisms, especially in the world today, most people, and I know this channel tends to sway one way when it comes to my audience, which is primarily men, but it could also be applied to the counterpart. And it's being able to have the proper amount of gray matter in your prefrontal cortex in order not to let your limbic system, that's the antithesis of the prefrontal cortex, to take control of your life. Now, there is use and merit to the limbic system, and its primary use is it's for your basic needs. For example, reproduction, which is important if you want to continue on having for posterity, right? For reproducing is very important, because otherwise I would not exist, you would not exist. And then another function is eating, right? If you don't eat, you die. Simple. So it is important that it's the instinctual part of your brain. So what am I getting at? The problem comes in when we let the limbic system control you and me, you and I. And whenever you let this happen, you tend to lose control. And self-jurisdiction is the most masculine trait there is, being able to control yourself. General rule goes that you cannot lead others if you cannot lead yourself. So you need to have proper control of your vessel, of your body, of your mind, your thoughts, and it all starts right here. So you need to grow your prefrontal cortex, the gray matter, in this regard. Now, how do we do this? Now, there's certain things you can do, but primarily, I'm very direct in how I do things. And one of the key aspects, whenever I feel that I'm losing control or I'm losing my mental fortitude, is that I breathe, because breath essentially is consciousness, right? So, but pay attention. This is one of the ways. It's holding breath, right? So watch. So you breathe in. So you hold breath while your cheeks expand. You move from side to side. You move the air side to side. That's one technique. So I'm going to demonstrate, and then you can do this at home. So when you do that, you should feel a pressure. This area begin to pressurize, okay? And that's what you want. You want blood flow in this front part of the brain in order to engage brain activity so that you can get blood flow and you can start using this area. Another technique is through your eyes, okay? So your eyes here, try to look all the way to the left, all the way to the right, and then try to look up to the northwest side of your eye. So on the right side, so look up like this, look down to the bottom of your left eye. Now I know this is might be inverted for some of you, the viewers, but try to look down. Same thing. So now you close your eyes and you look directly to the left, right, and then directly to the right, and then now we go back to the first step, okay? Very profound. I can feel my prefrontal cortex firing because now it's active. There's blood flow. And another aspect that I forgot to point out was that whenever you hold air, once you're done, you let it out slowly. It's not just, it's, see the difference? So that's something that you can do to activate your prefrontal cortex. So it's very direct and straight to the point. So again, grow your gray matter, right? Now, when that's on the superficial level. Now, on a deeper level, what you can do is whenever you're faced with a hard situation, right? For example, let's cover lust because it's the ubiquity of it, especially across society. It's astronomical. Now, what you can do is whenever you feel as if you're losing your power, right, for self-jurisdiction, especially in the presence of the opposite sex and whatnot, and you feel like you're losing your frame, this is when you can do some of those exercises. And the more that you resist the more that you stay in your frame, this gives you the opportunity for your gray matter in your prefrontal cortex to grow. Once it grows, it's compounded. Think about compounded interest, right? It gets better over time and you become solid. Think about a picture frame, right? You become the frame so that you can contain the chaos inside, which is essentially is a double-edged sword because it's beauty, but at the same time it's chaos. That's the feminine aspect. So you become a container, okay? So that's a little bit of, I hope I got my point across with my prefrontal cortex and the importance of it and the simple way of activating it, okay? Simple. Anyways, have a good day.